Hello good people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video we're going to look at a school management software. But before we start, kindly good people, remember to subscribe, like and share this video with your friends. Yes, hello good people, welcome back to our channel. My name is David. So in today's video we are going to look at a school management software. So in our software it comprises various aspects. For example, it has a bazaar app in it, it has an examination app, it has ability to produce a living certificate, and it can also send back SMSs. This software can be used in any part of the world, and if you need to have it, kindly contact the email address in the link below in the description, and we will be able to provide the software. So the name of the software is differential software, and it uses Access and Excel to be able to function in your computer. So you must ensure that you have those two softwares for this particular software to work in your computer. In other words, you must have Microsoft Office from 2010 and above installed in your computer for you to be able to use this software. So we are going to open the software and see what it has inside. So the username is administrator and the default password is admin. So we are going to look at the interface of this particular software and how it functions. So from this part here you can see it has an area where we're supposed to fill the school fees. So this is what we call the bazaar app. So the bazaar can be able to use this given software. So the software is controlled from this main setting. So we have to click there, and then it will open this given area where you are going to key in all the important information concerning the school. With the first button, school resumes. So in this area you're just going to key in the dates on when the students are expected back to school, and this will be indicated in the report form as we are going to see. And then in the second button, the school details, this is where you're going to key in all your school details. We have the NEC number, this one is the NEC code is used in Kenya, the name of the school, the address, the county, and then you have the name of the principal phone number, motto, and the other information provided there. And then we have the third button where we add the streams. So in this case I've just added one stream. So I have one stream, namely West, abbreviated by the initial W. And then the next button we have add student. So in this given area, this is where you are able to add the student. For example, I've already added students. If I click here, you're going to see the list of my students that I've already added in this given software. So but if you need to add a new student, if you have admitted a new student, you can write the name of you can give the student the index, the admission number, and then you fill on all these other information, and then after all that you're going to save the record. If the student has any health issues, you have a space here where you can be able to give a description. So the allocated dormitory and the allocated bed number. You also have an opportunity where you can be able to fill that information. So that's about the students. And then the next button is where we have the teachers. So in this area you're going to fill in the teachers that you have handling various subjects in various classes. So all that information is here. So you just click there, you add the name of the teacher that you want. For example, I may decide to add Mr. Ken, and then if he's handling maybe stream W, I'm just going to change that and maybe key in W. So we said that you only have one stream, so all this other information should be W, all the information should be W. because we only have one stream, namely west. So once we do that, the only thing you do is to close, and the moment you close here, the information will be saved in the software. And then we have the next part, the name of the exams. So in this case, I only have 5 exams, one called opener, the other one called midterm exam, the other one called end term exam, cut 1 and cut 2. And then when we get to the next button, we have the grading system. So in this particular area, you'll be allowed to key in a grading system of your choice. For example, there is one that I've already keyed in. For example, if we want to check the grading system of Form 3 and the particular subject, in this case is mathematics, just going to key in the form and then the subject, and then you refresh, and then all this will be provided. Remember, this information that is here is editable. You can edit the grading system as per your wish. If you want to change maybe the form to Form 1 and then you change the subject to biology and then you refresh, you're going to have the information displayed on this interface. It is as simple as that, guys. And then you still have ability to change all this information or to configure the grading system as per your wish. And then we get to the next button, which is the grade comments. So in this area, you can key in the grade comments. So for example, we have excellent, very good, good, fair, fair, good, and weak. Remember also this given information here is editable. Remember, all this information will be printed in your report cards once you print them. And then we have this other area where you need to key in, sorry for that, where we now need to key in the BOM members. These are the board of management, so you can name as many as possible, including their designation and their telephone numbers. For example, we can have Mr. Johnson. So that's just an example. And then we may have the designation. We may, maybe Mr. Johnson is the chairperson, and then you can have his phone number there, and so on and so forth. And then the next button is the PTA members, the Parents Teachers Association. So you have all the information given in this case, and you can be able to fill, you can be able to add and to fill any other information that you may find necessary. And then the principal's comments for every grade. Once we key in the principal's comments, and remember, all this information again will be visible in the students' report forms, starting from grade A, grade A minus, grade all the way to grade E. Let's now get to the next part where we have the class teachers' comments. This is same as the previous interface that we had, or the previous page that we had, where we had to fill in the information regarding the comments of the principal. Now in this case, we have the comments of the class teacher. And now we get to the next part where we have minimum subjects. In this case, a report form can only be produced if a student has sat for a minimum number of subjects. For example, you can set this one maybe to be 7. So if a student has sat for less than 7 papers, he or she will not be able to get a report form, and so on and so forth. So that's all about that given button. And then we have this other area where we create exams. Suppose we are talking of a midterm exam, so we just use this particular button to create the exam from this particular interface. So I just have to click there, and then if I'm talking of the midterm exam, I choose midterm exam. If we are in term 2, I'll just click there, and then if the current year is the year 2022, so we have all those years in this particular section. So I just have to click the year 2022, and then the exam will be created. Remember, once you record the year, you just have to click once you click on the year, you just have to click the create one exam button, and the exam will be created. This is important when it comes to filling the marks. Remember, you must have an exam already created for you to be able to key in the marks. So once we have that, we just click create one exam, and then you get this notification here that the exam has been created. So once we get back the previous page. So from this part you can see that we already have the exam that we have created in mid-term, and then the year is that one, and then that will be okay. And this one now will help you to fill in the marks. We shall get there and see how we fill the marks for different students. And then on this particular button here is where we promote the students. So if the students were maybe in one class and then you have shifted to the next year, you just have to click on this button, and that will enable us to promote the students or the children from one class to another. So from this button you just click OK, and then all the students will be promoted to the next classes. If you do that by mistake, you have another button here, the depromote button, and this will help you to depromote the students to the previous classes. That is if you did it by a mistake, and that will be very, very easy for you. So once you have done that, we now get back to our next button, and in this case our next button is the picture path. Remember, if you want the students report forms to have a picture, it is very simple. You just have to click on this particular button here, the pictures path, and then this page will open up and you will direct your computer to where the photos are located. Remember, for the photos to show up in report forms, you must name the photos as per the names of as per the admission of the students. For example, I'm going to show you a folder in my computer that I have the names of the students, and then I've given those students their respective index numbers to help me have them appear in the software. So these are the students that I have. These are the passports. So you can see we have from index 201 all the way to index 350. So once I choose this folder as where I've located my students, so all these given images will appear in the report forms. In this other area we have the logo section. So in this area I'm going to choose the logo of my school, where I have positioned the logo of the school in my computer. So just have to click the browse button, and then this one will take me to this particular page where I'm going to locate where I have saved the logo of my school, and that will be very simple, so that the logo will appear on the report forms. We get to the next area, the report to view. A report to view, I'm going to show you how we get the report forms, and then we have the marks entry. I'm also going to show you this particular area, and then we have the last button here to change password. Remember, we see that the default username and the password of this software is administration and then admin. So you have this button here where you can be able to change the name, where you can be able to change the logins. And now let's get to the interface. We have not addressed this area that you can see here, as well as these other three sections here, but maybe you can start with this one where we need to convert the marks. So assuming that you had keyed in the marks out of 30, maybe they were sitting for an exam out of 30, and then you need to convert that exam to percentage. So you just need to click this particular button, and then this will pop up, and then you'll be asked, this exam you have filled was out of, and then if it was out of 30, you just need to write that there, and then you click OK, and the exam will be converted to 100%. And then if a name of the student doesn't appear in the list, you just have to click here, the refresh button, and then the student will appear on the list. This happens only where you have added a new student in the software, and maybe the name of the student does not appear in the system. And then on this given button here, this is where you fill the names of the students, this is where you fill the admission number, the names of the student, the form, the stream, the areas, and the balance. These balances will appear in the report form of the student. Let's now get to this button here where we fill the students' marks. So you just have to choose the exam. For example, we created the mid-term exam, and then we create maybe we can choose term 2 this time around, and then we chose year 2022, and maybe the exam in this case is we want to fill the marks for geography, and the form that we want to work with is form 1, where we just have to key in this information, and then we click fill marks, and the names of the students will just appear. The names of the students will pop up, and we will be able to fill the marks. As you can see, we only have 4 students in form 1 class. These are their names. We just have to fill the marks in these given buttons here. Remember, once we fill the marks for all the students in various forms, it will only take you 30 seconds to produce report forms for all those students, and all the types of the report forms that we produce are here. You'll be able to get a mark sheet stream, inventory, marks inventory, all points merit list, all these report forms that you can see here. So in our next video, we're going to address how we're going to look at how we are able to generate report forms using this software. So kindly subscribe to this channel and like this video, and also turn on the notification bell to remain updated when we upload the next video on this software and on how it is able to produce the report forms of the students in less than 1 minute. Yes, you heard me right. In less than 1 minute, you're able to get all these kinds of report forms that you can see here. And then we have this other button here, the import button. So in this given button, you are able to import the marks. For example, if you had prepared the marks in an Excel sheet, so you're able to import all these marks from this button here. So there is no need of keying marks for one student after the other, as we saw in this other case where you're required to give in information concerning particular students. So you just have to fill the information in the Excel document, and then you will be able to upload all those marks through this given button. And then the analysis button will help you analyze the exams, maybe the previous exam and the exams that the students have just sat for. So this will give you an analysis of whether the student has improved or declined, and you'll be able to advise the student accordingly. And then you have this last button here where you are able to analyze the trend of a given student over various given exams. The analysis button will only provide you information as per the last 2 exams, but the trend button will give you more than the required information, in that you can be able to analyze the performance of the student in several given examinations. So we also have this area, the exam area, where the exams you create from the previous button we saw, all those exams will appear here. If you have not created an exam, kindly remember that it will not appear in this given section. And then the terms will appear in this given button. The years will appear under the year button. The subjects, this way we have the subjects, they are all here, and you can add any if you wish according to your curriculum. And then we have the forms. So in this case, we only have 4 classes, that is form 1, form 2, form 3, and form 4, and I've just added 1 stream. You can add as many streams as possible. Remember, we said that this software can be able to send results to parents because we have a bulk SMS. If I click my start button here and then scroll downwards where I have installed the software, we are going to find this application, the SMS app. Maybe we can open this and see what it has. So this will help you send bulk SMSs to parents, maybe issues to do with the school fees, issues to do with examinations, and any other information that the school may require to send the parents. And here we go. So we have the settings where you're going to key in the settings that you need, the school details, the streams, the name of the students, the name of the teachers, and all that. And then you have this button here that is used to send bulk SMSs, and in this case you are given an opportunity to send SMSs. For example, we have an example of a text here concerning a given student. Maybe you can just copy this one and then see what it entails. Now I just need to copy one, sorry for that. So maybe you can just copy this one and then see the kind of information that this given software will give us. So I'm going to paste that information in a Word document so that we can all see the kind of a text that the parents will receive concerning the performance of examination or of a given exam. So as you wait my office document to load, you can focus on we can focus on the next button, where we have the staff register. So you can be able to register the staff members biometrically through this system. The system will be able to register their presence or the absence in school. If a teacher doesn't log in using the biometric system, at least you'll be able to know that that particular teacher is not present in school. And then we have this other area where we have the general SMSs. Maybe you want to send a given SMS to parents, maybe concerning school fees or concerning a given information that you want to send to them. This is the area where you key in the exam and their telephone numbers will appear here, and then you'll be able to send that text to them. So my Word document is already here, so let me paste the message that I just copied from our system, and this is how the message will appear. So dear parent, and then the name of the student, the position of the student, the number of points garnered, and then performance in individual subjects in English, in mathematics, in physics, in biology, and all that. So this information is very detailed. So if the student fails to take the report form to the parent, at least the parent will be able to get the information through this particular given text, and that will be very important because the student cannot pretend that the examinations were not done in school or they were not given the required report form. So once we get back to our system, we have a button here where we are able to track the discipline of the student through this given button, and then we have another button here which provides a comprehensive student's report. This one will give you a comprehensive student's report. So as you see, guys, if you want to follow up this given software and understand more about it, and also learn how it produces given results, kindly like this video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on the notification bell so that you'll be notified when we'll be uploading our next video on the same, and learn with us. Thank you very much for your time. I appreciate.